All right, maybe now this works. My PC's having issues. All right, guys, welcome to Morning Coffee with George. It's like 3 in the morning. I'm on jet lag. I have a 9 a.m. Dental appointment, so I won't be on here very long. Also, I'm already tired trying to figure out what's wrong with my system. So you might hear my voice is a little bit jagged. I got a cold the day that I went to Japan, so I barely did anything in Japan. That's why there was no live streams from Japan. I did a couple of like walking around stuff, but it wasn't fun, so I didn't do it. I met up with Oriental Pearl and we shot some stuff, and that was fun. Also Jinja Gaiden, I met with her. But beyond that, I was just sick. So there wasn't much I could do while I was there, except for pack my bags and come back. Cold's gone, but my voice is gone and I'm still hacking up all the stuff I had. But I came back today, and then I just started like cleaning up my bags and stuff and just like looking at all the stuff I have here. And I'm depressed. I have a problem. I have so much stuff. I've over purchased things in my life, and I don't know how to get rid of them. It's a real problem. It's really like I'm held hostage by the things that I own. Like I want to throw them away because I don't use them anymore. Certain things, like this camera that I bought in 2012 or something. This really nice camera cost $2,000. So I can't just throw it away. I can't just donate it. I got to do something with it, but I'm never going to use it again. What do? It just sits in a box. And I've got countless things like that where it's just like things that I bought, they're just sitting there that I can't do anything with. I have no room to put things anymore. I bought, 2,000 DVDs in the last year and a half. I'm out of room for that. I'm out of space to even like rip the stuff digitally without buying more hard drives. So I'm a little bit bummed out, if I'm going to be honest. Because I think I really just gotta like really just start throwing things away. I think it helps. Not helps. It's adding to my thoughts of like feeling bad over all this stuff. I just met with my friend whose husband passed away like a year and a half ago now, and she has so much stuff. And I was just like, I think when you look at other people's stuff and realize how none of that is meaningful to you at all. So it's like, wow, this is just a bunch of stuff. Like, oh, this cute cup that we bought, or this stuffed animal that we bought, or this thing that we bought at this one trip. Like, it's all meaningless, you know? So, like this kazoo. Am I ever going to do anything with this kazoo? No. This is going to be a thing I'm going to have to microfixate on and fix, honestly. Hey, always streams. Where about did you go? I was in Korea and Japan. Akihabara the whole time. This song is way too hyper. So sometimes I almost wish like there was a reset. Like when I travel, even when I travel, I have too much stuff. That's the thing. But when I travel, I have so much less stuff and it's better. But this trip, I brought way too much stuff. Like I had stuff that I literally brought to Japan to Korea, back to Korea, back to the United States, and I never used it once. So I don't think my judgment on what's important is good right now, like physically, mentally. I don't even know if you understand how many socks I have, how many t-shirts I have, how many pairs of pants that I have, how many USB cables that I have, how many DVDs that I have, how many hard drives that I should have thrown away a long time ago that I have, how many monitors. Do you know, like, I'm physically using 4 monitors right now. And there's a monitor here. And this is a TV behind me, which is a monitor. And in my closet, I've got 2 50-inch? Is it 46-inch, 50-inch? 4K monitors that I'll never use again, most likely. I've got, I think, 3 32-inch monitors that I'll never use again. Because now I'm using OLED. Now that I'm using OLED, well, I can't go back to non-OLED, right? I opened up a drawer here earlier to put in a new label. I have 3 labelers here, and I didn't like the labeler because they couldn't do Japanese. So I bought a labeler when I was in Korea, and now I have 3 labelers that I'm never going to use. But what am I going to do with them? And then so I was putting my new labeler in a drawer, and I found 2 staplers that who uses a stapler anymore? And I have a electronic stapler over here that I saw when I was putting other stuff away. Putting it away. I have so much stuff, and I think it mentally taxes me. I think I need to really fix myself. I'm really broken, and I know there's probably like a lot of neuroses attached with it, you know, like, oh, you got ADHD, and recently a friend says, oh, you've got a little bit of the autism. Violet says that. That's only because she definitely has it. I'm bummed. I'm really bummed right now. I really feel like something that someone said somewhere on a TikTok or something was like, all of these things that I have used to be money. And I go, oh yeah, that hurts. That hurts my soul. You know what else hurts my soul? Is I have this rule that I don't pirate things, right? So I buy full seasons of stuff, and I buy full complete seasons of stuff. And then I'll rip it to my system, to my Plex server. I can't tell you how many times though I end up buying the same thing twice because I don't think I have it. And when I remember I was having a hard time finding Grey's Anatomy season 4. I was really struggling. Couldn't find it. Like in the used places, because I don't want to buy full price for it, right? Because it's a DVD. And then I found it in Japan. I was pretty excited, so I bought it. And my suitcase coming back was like max weight, you know, 23 kilograms max. And it's just like filled with DVDs. Number one, primarily because my friend's husband who passed away, I inherited all of his DVDs. So I think I brought back another 1,000 DVDs, right? That again, now I have to rip and manage and put somewhere. But when I got back and I was putting the DVDs away, I just saw Grey's Anatomy, season 4, which I bought right before I left, and I forgot. So now I've got another thing that I have extra of that I have to give away to someone else. It sucks. You're in Akashi. I don't know where Akashi is. Where's Akashi? No idea. That's where I am, man. I'm just mentally drained right now. Hopefully I actually hope that I keep this feeling. I want to keep this feeling for a while, because in my life I go through these like micro fixations where I just hardcore do something. Maybe one of the things I could hardcore do will be throw away stuff that I don't need, to clear out the insane amount of items that I have. Like, do I need 50 USB cables for USB A and B cables, or micro? How many micro cables do I need? USB micro? Probably not a lot. How many lightning cables do I need at this time? Morning George, sounds like a burnout. It's definitely a burnout. It is definitely a burnout. I'm really burned out. Super burned out. I'm burned out on spending. You know, I tried to curb my spending a few months back, and I instituted an allowance, right? And my allowance was big. It was $1,000 was my allowance, and my wife also, I gave her $1,000 allowance too, which is big. That's big. Like, what could you possibly buy $1,000 of? But you have to understand that was a significant cut in me buying things, and I maxed out that 1,000 every month buying shit like this. I'm never gonna watch this show. Whatever this is, I'm never gonna watch it. But I bought it at Goodwill. Like, the last year has been Goodwill. Every like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Goodwill. Sometimes every day go to Goodwill. And just, oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, I'll never watch that show, but let me buy it. Or, oh, that movie sounds fun. I have now easily, if I watched a movie every single day, I have 6 years of movies every day. And I'm not watching movies every day. So I probably got 12 years of movies. I mean, that's one movie every other day. That's a lot of movies. And I have more TV than I could ever watch. We're not even counting TV. It's insane. I've overconsumed. I don't need. Do I need more cables? What was this even connected to? I don't remember because this is before I left. It's connected to something. I bought this in Japan years ago. Turn it all back into money. That's the problem, man. It's not easy to turn this stuff back into money because where am I going to get the time to put all this stuff on eBay? I really am just going to have to get rid of it. I'm really just going to have to give it away to Goodwill. I think that's what it is, because what do I have? $3,000 or $4,000 worth of stuff, maybe, if I got rid of it. And that's assuming I could sell it properly. I don't know, man. I've just got to let it go. It's already gone. The money's already gone, right? And a lot of the things I used really, like, that's the other thing I was thinking, like, could I start really considering the value of certain things? Like, for example, take this camera I'm using right now. This camera was an amazingly good purchase. I have two of them that I bought, and I bought them like 6 or 7 years ago, and I have used them so much. This mic has been excellent. Even this keyboard right here that I use for the Mac behind me is really good. The Stream Deck, the equipment that I use for live streams, let's just call it out, has been really good. But do I need this many tripod head parts? Like, how much of this am I ever going to use again? And this is just one of another box that I have of random tripod parts that I've collected over the years. I certainly don't need all of these. Like, my junk's organized, but now I've got too much junk. I don't even know what possessed me to buy this keyboard in Korea. Like, I bought this keyboard in Korea. Like, why? I had a decent keyboard already. Now I've got another keyboard that I don't need. I don't know. I just got hooked up in the sound of it when it's so unnecessary, man. I did not need this keyboard. I probably need to really get help, honestly. I probably need to get someone in here to like one of those like KonMari people. Like, do you really need this? No, I don't really need it. I don't think I'm a hoarder. Like, I have in the past been able to throw things out. Like, I've gone through stages of just like getting rid of a ton of stuff. I've done that before. I just need to do it again and then never buy anything again. I really don't need to buy anything again. Liam says, I got bed bugs once and had to throw everything away. Ever since then, I've had an aversion to buying things and love throwing stuff away. You know, I don't want to say this because it'll sound like I'm going to set myself up for insurance fraud or something like that. But I've said it before, like if everything burned in my house, I don't think I'd be sad about anything. Like there's nothing that I'd be like, oh my God. You know, there'd be some equipment that I wish I would have and some photos maybe that I haven't looked at in 15 years, 20 years, you know, that I should have scanned. But beyond that, like, there's just so much shit. Makes you really, it really makes me question like the meaning of life. Like it's not this. Like when I'm traveling, like when I did singing lessons in Korea, I was so happy, like beyond happy. But nothing in this room has made me beyond happy. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how many headphones do I need? How many speakers do I need? How many sets of flashcards do I need? How many books do I need that I'm never gonna read? Just never. Like logistically, at this time in my life, there's only so much I can do time-wise, right? There's not a lot of time. I'm not sick or anything, but I'm 52. You know, I got maybe 20 good years left, maybe. It's a lot. You could do a lot in 20 years. But I could literally never buy another t-shirt again and I'd still have shirts that don't have holes in them. I could probably never buy a pair of socks again, a pair of underwear again. Underwear maybe. I haven't bought those in a while. Pants, unless I gain weight, you know. It's all junk. Everything is so cluttered. It's so cluttered. I'm so cluttered that even this shelf is fake. Roger, you're right though. I'm burned out. I'm mentally burned out. The thing is, like, I look at the things on my desk, like just the junk on my desk, and mentally I'm not prepared to get rid of it. Like, hear me out. Do I need this? And that begs the question, well, do I need this other one? Do I need two of these? Could I throw these away right now? I could throw away the old one. There, that's one. But could I throw away this one? I don't think so. What else could I throw away? Okay, I already did this, right? We already did this. No, we didn't do this one yet. 自分の立場や都合しか考えないと、人との対立が多くなる. Why is that on my desk? Was I planning on doing it? I don't know. I did throw away some Japanese Zero Book 2s. The test prints. I threw those away. I always keep them for sentimental value. As if anyone would care, like, guys, this is the test print of revision 6 of Japanese Zero Book 2. It's like, who gives a shit? Who absolutely cares? Nobody. You know, that's another thing I think that keeps me from throwing away certain things is like ego. Like the ego of who I am, you know? Oh, this has significance. Oh, an early print of Fate Squared. Don't need it. Like, why did I buy it? This was $1, but why did I buy it? Did I really need this? Like, did I need this? There's no way I needed this. Oh my God, this is so stupid. All right, I don't need this safety pin. I have a lot of safety pins. There, I got rid of one more thing. All right, what is this? I don't need this, whatever this is. Gone. All right, this cable is usable. I just need to put it away. You need this to connect hard drives. Do I need 15 of them? No. I don't know how many I have, but don't need 15. This. Every now and then I use this. But do I need it? I don't think I need it. We have to start somewhere. Another thing's gone. Is this cable right here? Okay, I need this. USB-C to Lightning for my iPhone 13, which I do use from time to time. Do I need these blank cards? No. I don't even know why they're on my desk. All right, we've made some progress, guys. The kazoo. Can't get rid of it yet. I have to find a way to... Okay. All right, these envelopes. These envelopes inside here. Don't need these. I'm never going to use those. Oh, here's the other safety pins. I mean, this is like meaningless. The amount of stuff I have is insane. That didn't help at all. I don't need this. That was like something that came with the Ring doorbell. All right, here's some good stuff. Discounts at the Lazy Dog. Good for one complimentary appetizer or dessert. I feel like that's a hard one to get rid of. Okay. Don't need that. All right, that's a gift card that I can still use. Don't need this guy's business card. That's a credit card. That's my HSA debit card. I need that. Roadside assistance. Barnes & Noble's reward card. That's definitely expired. And my other gift card. All right, two things. I don't need this. The box for my AirPods. This receipt I don't need. What is this? All right, you know what? It starts little by little, right? This bank statement from my daughter, which she won't ever look at. Don't need. My mortgage statement. Don't need. This fake check. This fake check for 111,500. What is this? Let's see. This probably mailed it. Arrived when I wasn't here. Let's see this fake check. I'm not sure how to open this up. To open this side, slide finger under this edge. I hate these checks, these fake checks. So you still have to check because they look real. But there's no way I've been given $1,100, $100,000 a check. Yeah, let's see. It does look like a check though. Aha. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's a check to buy one of my properties. And it's this is not a real check and does not constitute an offer to purchase your property. Final sales price and your guaranteed cash offer will be delivered. Anyway, the price that they're offering is shit anyway for that property, and I wouldn't sell it. All right. Hey, Gioni. I mean, it's going, I guess. It's not going good for me mentally right now. I got too much junk. It's not a good morning. I think once I start... If I start decluttering, I think that's the problem. I really got to declutter. I had too much stuff. Looks like this was already opened by Yukari, it looks like. It's too cleanly opened. All right. Good to know. Do I need to keep the checks that I've already put in the bank? No. I would say I don't have to. Wow. See, that's something. So there's this consignment center nearby my house, which I have bought a ton of stuff at. And one of the things I bought like 2.5 years ago was this $300 massage table. So cool. Like, very cool. Like, it was like you could take it with you and go somewhere. I don't know what would I ever need it? No, but I bought it because it was a good deal. And now I donated it back. I gave it back to that place. I just made $50 on it. I sold it. They must have sold it for $100, and you get half. So I got $50 back on that. So that's one thing. Yay. But I wasted $250 on it. Oh, you're not going to be sad to hear it. I think it's a good thing that I'm feeling this way. Well, I never want to miss an issue of People. That's interesting. I need to not miss an issue of People. That's another thing. I have maybe 100 or so copies of Wired magazine upstairs that I saw earlier. I was like, wow. Maybe I need to get rid of those. And some encyclopedias that I bought from some guy. Too much shit. All right, starting to feel a little bit better on the desk. We've gotten rid of some stuff. I think that's really the key. Like that's what I'm gonna do. Like earlier I set a 1 hour timer and I just one by one was getting rid of stuff. And I think that's really what needs to be, one by one, you know? You build up I've built up what I've had. I don't need these. Little by little. Maybe I can get rid of it little by little, you know? Get rid of that. This pen, definitely don't need this pen. This is important. Real property tax information. Oh my God. You know, another thing too. I think America sucks. I really do. It's nowhere near as cool as it could be. I really got to work on my life insurance. It's way too expensive now. I probably should just cancel my life insurance, honestly. The moment I cancel it, I'll die, though. That's how it works. The life insurance keeps you alive. It's like paying the mafia to not damage your place. Wow, property taxes are expensive. Whew. It's $4,400 property taxes on this house. What is that? 300 and some, almost $400 a month. Just through the nature of like, I bought a house, the state gets $400 a month from me. That's insane. I'll never own this property, will I? Wow. Health insurance also insane. I pay $1,366 a month on health insurance, and then every time you use it, they make you go through hoops to use it. That's another part of the clutter of life. Like too many financial obligations every single day that you have to pay attention to. I mean, did I need 5 of these? Normal USB to USB-C connector? I don't think so. The one that's not in here, I'm definitely not using it. All right, I'm definitely throwing away this. I did throw away a bunch of USB-C cables because I bought a whole bunch in Korea that were higher spec. What is this connected to? All right, I'm gonna toss this. That's just the thing. You have to have the bravery to throw things away. There's just so much stuff. Like I bought this is insane. I bought a vacuum for the desk so I can go boo, boo, boo and clean up my desk. And now it clutters up my desk. I don't need this. Suppose I can use this eventually again. What is this cable here? I'm throwing away this micro USB cable. Don't need that. This is a power supply for my laptop. I probably don't want to throw that away. But I don't need it on my desk right now. I remember I bought these cables in Japan because they were cool colored, but oh no, this is IKEA. I bought it at IKEA, but I also have a bunch of other. Don't need it because it's not high powered enough. Over at Goodwill, there was this really cool speaker system, and it made it all the way to Monday without getting bought, which means it was $1. So I bought it. It's a 5 proper speakers with a 5 DVD disc player attached to it. It was really cool. But then once I got it, I realized, even though I spent only $2, I realized I didn't have the cables for it. But the cables were these special cables required because Sony had put these like random proprietary cables on them. So I had to buy these. Now, hear me out. I didn't even want this thing anymore. I only got it for $2. I spent, I think, $9 on these, which I thought were going to be cables, but ended up just being attachments, which means I have to build my own cables, which is already something I'm not going to do for this system that I don't need. I just bought it because it was $1. But then it didn't have the remote, so I spent $15 on the remote. Now I don't. Why did I feel compelled to complete that? I mean, that's probably like a good thing in my personality that I'm compelled to complete things, but what a waste of my life energy, you know? Now it's sitting here on my bottom shelf and I'm just going to give it back to Goodwill. And it's a complete waste. Absolute waste. I used to buy 2 of one thing if I liked it, just in case it broke. I've gotten past that bad habit. I need to just like buy another house and then move everything into it that I need, and then just have a company come by and pick the rest up. Just do what you want with it, like an estate sale, a pre-death estate sale. All right. That's good enough for now. Did I already talk about what has to stop for you? Yeah. I've been talking about it. I need to stop buying things. I need to stop over consuming. That's what I've got to stop. Really, I'm most happy when I'm creating things, but for some reason I buy into the cheap dopamine of a purchase, you know? You ever go to a store just so you can look at stuff? I feel like that's a signal that you're probably going to consume something you don't need. You know what I mean? Like you're just buying something to buy it. And you get that initial boost of like feeling good because you bought it. I think that's me. Like I have 3 of these fans. I have 4 of these fans. Where all the remotes went, I don't know. Because one remote uses them all. To be fair, they're good fans. But that's what I need to stop. I mean, this is also, you know, post-travel blues I think that I get. Because I have so much fun when I'm traveling. Although Japan wasn't really fun. Because I got sick, you know. That wasn't fun at all. Getting sick sucks. And I do it every time. The last 2 times at least I've gotten sick. Saying it every time is me being I don't know the word. Overstating it. It happens every now and then. But it sucks when you're on a short trip and half the trip is you hacking up fluids, you know. I think I'm not going to be a vegetarian anymore though. I enjoyed eating meat too much. And it seemed to be pretty ridiculous to try to be a vegetarian in Japan. So I think I'm just going to eat responsibly and not be a vegetarian. I think that's too much work. Joni says getting things is fun, having things is not that fun. Yeah. Well, I tried to have this policy of where if I buy something new, I have to get rid of something, but that didn't happen. Like literally the last day in Japan, I bought 5 brand new t-shirts when the one thing I don't need is new t-shirts, but they were so cool. They were just so cool. So it's like a tragedy on multiple vectors, you know? One, now I've got more things that I don't need. Like when all of my t-shirts are cleaned, my closet is like insanely packed. Like you could barely, pull it out. And then the other tragedy is like, when am I going to wear all these t-shirts? And I spent the money. That's the bigger tragedy as I spent money, And the whole time I was in Japan, I suspended my allowance. I was like, no allowance when I'm in Japan. It's too much. When I'm traveling, it's special. So I don't even know how much money I spent in Japan or Korea. But I know it's not trivial. It's definitely above $1,000 of just, stuff I don't need. Oh, hey, I can use my little vacuum. Hey, look at that. A little bit of dirt here that I could probably take care of. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the thing right there. That's why I bought this highly rated desk vacuum. If my desk was always clean, this would have made a lot of sense. But it's rarely clean. This does work it does work pretty well though. Might have to buy another one just in case. I'm kidding. I started writing a first-person novel, which is again more mind clutter because I already had a third-person novel of that same concept that had 20,000 words, but I decided I wanted to do it in first person. So now I throw away the 20,000 words and restart. I think it might be too harsh though. Can I read it to you? Can you give me my opinion on this first chapter that I wrote? It seems a little bit too, like, I had a few people read it and their face wasn't good at the end. They're like, oh, like I translated it using ChatGPT, couldn't do it. It was too harsh. ChatGPT wouldn't translate it. It was against their policy. So I put it into like Google Translate and it actually did a pretty good job. And then she read it and she's like, oh, I didn't know you were this dark. I had a whole different impression of you. I'm like, it's a story. I'm building up characters. Kyle says, catching up. If you're overbuying, maybe try and be conscious of what you're buying and why. For example, if you're buying tons of DVDs just to rip them, wouldn't it be more wise to go full digital? I had my reasons for going DVD. It's because when you buy things into a digital library, it's not guaranteed that it'll be in your digital library. So that I know exactly why I was buying the DVDs. I've over purchased them though. For anything laying around like a $2,000 camera, you can always sell it off or do a giveaway to a subscriber. A giveaway? Ew. That's a thought. I could do like a, dude, you know what would be cool, Kyle? Thank you for that idea. A mystery box of just shit that I wanted to give away or throw away, but it's too valuable for me to throw away. You might get a pair of scissors, guys. You might get a desk vacuum. You might get black electrical tape, guys. That'd be fun, actually. Yes, I do buy CDs as well recently, Roger. I do. I wasn't going to, but I do. Because I was trying to build my own library of stuff. Kyle says, I'm personally a minimalist. I would love to be a minimalist, especially since I've moved around a lot when I was young and poor. I find it helps to have intentionality behind purchases. The problem is I'm very good at having intentionality behind the purchase. That's the problem. Leonardo says, hi, George. Are you working out later? No. I started boxing by myself a few months ago and I'm having a blast. Yeah, I do need to work out more for sure. I looked at the video of me in my singing lessons and I'm like, wow, I am just fat. Like that doesn't look good at all. Your self-image is different once you see it from multiple angles. You're like, oh, wow, yeah, I'm fat. I gotta fix that. And then I have videos from when I was thin, but I was working out 4 or 5 times a week then. I was going hardcore. But no, Leonardo, I'm not planning on working out later. Later, in 5 hours, I have like a dental appointment I have to go to. I'll do a dental appointment. Then I have a meeting at 12 today for book-related stuff. And then Mike is traveling here from Korea. He'll be staying at my house for a bit. So I'll probably just be trying to like clean shit up a little bit. Trying to finish decluttering a little bit before he gets here because I know he'll be in this office a bit. He'll be here for a few weeks, I'm guessing. Kyle says, I have a high IQ. Doubt, but I found making lists such and such makes me more actionable because it lets me see my thoughts visually. It also lets me use brain power that I was holding those thoughts in. Yes, it's been effective for me to also do lists, but then I end up not doing lists. For me, it's just I say, I'm going to do something for an hour. Deterministic. Being determined to do something, that does it for me. Like, okay, let's do it. That helps. Like I cleaned up my luggage mostly because I said, in the next hour, I will clean up my luggage. I'll put stuff back in place. And I did mostly. And during the live stream, I was able to clean up my desk because I helped a little bit. Feel nice about that. Whether my personal IQ is high or not, it's probably not. I'm probably an idiot. Really, I'm probably an idiot. Anyway, let me read this to you. Tell me if it's too violent. So there's let me set it up. A friend of mine was writing a book called Meter Maids, and it was about 2 Japanese serial killers in America, and they were meter maids in LA, I guess. His name was Tom. And Tom was always asking questions about Japanese to me, and me and my wife were helping him. It was like they would say this or they would say that, but he never showed me the story, and I was really looking forward to the story. And I stayed in his place in LA. Him and his dog, he lived alone. He was like 50 something, or maybe he was already in his 60s. I don't remember. Really cool, talented guy. And at one point he had written a book called Killer Camera Rigs, and it was doing really well. He was making like $10,000 a month, $8,000 to $10,000 a month. And everything was great for him. And then it got pirated and his life fell apart. And when I was visiting him in LA, he was like, yeah, George, this beam in my apartment up there, you see it? Yeah. I stood on a chair last year with a noose around my neck and I was going to do it. And I didn't do it. And now I'm writing again. And one of the books I'm writing is Meter Maids. And he was super excited about this Meter Maids thing. And I guess things fell apart again. He got pulled in on a 50-50. I think it's called a 50-50, where it's like if you threaten to kill yourself, they literally physically come pick you up and put you away. And I remember him talking about like, he was so stressed after that because he literally wanted to kill himself because of financial issues, but the 50-50 cost him $5,000. So it's like, oh, And I remember at one point, like maybe 30 years ago, my father also had financial issues and he was going to kill himself. And he lamented out how getting help cost him $5,000. I'm like, that's the dumbest thing. It's like, I'm struggling financially, and now you're going to charge me money to help me not be struggling financially. But anyway, so Tom was working on this book, and I went to call him. I hadn't talked to him in a while, and his phone was disconnected or not taking calls, and I thought that was weird. And then when I went on Facebook to like message him, I saw a lot of rest in peace signs. He had actually killed himself by hanging in the apartment. And so I contacted his family. I said, hey, I'm so sorry this happened, but Tom was working on a book, and if you can get me a copy of it, I would love to finish that book for him, and we could donate proceeds to suicide prevention or something like that. They didn't respond. Maybe they were too hurt. It's been too late. I don't think they would have been able to access his PC anyway, you know? So I thought, well, if anything, you know, in Tom's memory, I'll write a book about 2 Japanese serial killers. I don't know his story. I don't want to do it about meter maids because I don't know what angle he had. So I wrote a book. I started writing a book. I got 20,000 words in, then I rewrote part of it. I didn't like it. But I have an idea of where it's going to go now. And I think it's going to be pretty good. I'm actually really excited. I can't do it until I finish the other novel. But I do take time to work on this one every now and then. And recently I recently read 2 books back to back that were first person narrative. And I'm like, I really like first person narrative when I've been writing it in third person. So it was really fun to write this because I got to write from Peach's perspective. Her name is Momo, or Peach. So there's two main characters. This is the first one. And I'm going to read it. 5150. Thank you, Nihongo Gogo. Yeah, not 5050, 5150. Anyway, I'm going to read, hopefully I'll read it. It's only just like 2 paragraphs, but my throat's not good, so we'll see how it sounds. So this is Peach's first chapter. I absolutely hate when men glare at me, unzipping my skirt when they think I'm not looking. I've seen that look in my father's eyes 100 times when he stood in the doorway of my room at 2 a.m. in the morning after doing settai, business partying, with the heads of the prefectural body governing car sales in Iwate Prefecture, or when he was entertaining a joren that he felt was a returning client that he felt was important enough to reward with a trip to the pink salon after a sale. He'd creep in slowly, almost as if he was being considerate not to wake me. Then he'd peel back the kakebutong, the top blanket, slide in and push his body against mine. He reeked of cigarettes and alcohol. He often said he needed warming up, even in midsummer when the humidity was running over 80%. My useless mother didn't believe my father was abusing me. She brushed off my desperate pleas, saying that my souzou ryoku, imagination, was impressive, and laughing like I just told her a funny joke. It made me think all fathers had this relationship with their daughters, until I saw the episode of my favorite American drama, Opals and Pearls, where the father rapes Jenny, his daughter, and his mother shoots the father point blank in the face in a cold-blooded rage. It was then that I realized my father was doing me wrong, or that what my father was doing was wrong. It was then I began planning my escape to anywhere but where my father could touch me. My mom wasn't wrong about my souzou ryoku. I've killed many men in my head since I left Japan, and the first was always my father. I thought if any place would be different, it would be America, but if anything, men here are more degenerate. What's the range option again? What's the range again? I'm snapped out of my thoughts of my evil father. It'll go to Portland to Las Vegas, and halfway back on one charge, nearly 1,500 miles. I always make sure to do a little glow-up smile when answering questions to men like this. And I always give them something for their sick fantasies too. I step a few feet closer, and looking straight into his eyes, I say, I love Las Vegas. Men don't always know how to react to these subtle suggestions I make. He'll buy the car. He doesn't really have a choice once he's imagining me with him on a road trip to Sin City. I feel like that was a little bit abrupt at the end, but she's selling cars. Does that feel harsh? Like for me, it's like the character has to have a tragic backstory for her to turn to want to kill people, right? And I might be a little bit too on the nose with the way I wrote that, where she says she's killed men in her head. But I don't. I have an idea that I don't want to ruin the story, but I have an idea for her opposed to another character, and so I'm setting up her character a certain way, and she'll be affected by the other character, the other girl. They don't know each other right now, but they'll know each other in Portland. Did that sound a little bit too rough though? Or did that sound like something you would read? Like they would go, oh, I want to know more about Peach's story. But essentially, Peach has not had good luck with men. And the other character, she has a whole different backstory. She has a loving family, but maybe she's a little bit psychotic. Throwing stuff away 101, yeah. That was the main topic, not that novel, but my head's also cluttered with projects I'm working on as well that I need to just finish. I think that would, I always feel really clean after I finish a big project, and I feel like that's something that needs to happen too. Like Spanish from Zero is pretty close to being done. I need to work on that now that I'm back in the States. Kyle says, buying stuff. I love how like the story that I just read, it didn't register with anybody. Maybe I gotta rethink what I wrote. Buying stuff does release dopamine, which is why people get addicted to shopping. Once I get a better paying job, I get very spend happy as well, but ended up with more stuff than time to enjoy it. Yeah. It's always weird coming back to the States too. Nihongo Gogo says, it's wild. I would definitely read that. All right, good to know. This I got one person. So far, the feedback, the two people that I've read it to or let read, it's not been good. I mean, I understand like you'll never get everybody, but I have a really cool story planned for it. The other character is, I think I really love. I think a lot of people will resonate with this character, even though she's definitely crazy. Kyle says, caught up on the catch up. Good point about not owning your digital content. You're correct. I own digital copies of my favorite media for that reason. Yeah. I think there's one thing that one thing that I've come to grips with is that it takes too much time to rip stuff. So I broke my own rules and I did torrent some stuff that I bought just to have the digital copies of them so I didn't have to spend all the time ripping them. I'm debating if that was the right move though, you know what I mean? Because it is gray area, right? But I know a lot of people just they just download everything. They have, I follow the Plex server forums and it seems like it's just common that people don't buy stuff. They just steal it all. Well, I'm not that kind of a guy. I definitely buy things. I only will watch things that I've bought. But before I left, there was a lot of pressure for me to rip stuff for my trip. So I BitTorrented, like, what did I BitTorrent? 2.5 Men. I didn't want to spend the time ripping it. It's not the time ripping it, it's the time like putting all the files together. So 2.5 Men, which I started watching, which is pretty good, by the way, it's pretty fun. That was a torrent. But I own it, but I just didn't want to like convert it. But I have like another purchase that I bought recently. I have now 10 of these, 10 Ripper drives. So but it's a significant amount of time. Like movies are easy, but TV shows are a lot of work. So I don't know how I want to justify that, you know? Kyle says, I've got that same determined mindset. Apparently it comes from my days as an athlete because I needed discipline to get better. Kyle says, you've got high IQ for sure. Is there an IQ test we can take here? Let's see if there's an IQ test. Here, I'll take IQ test free Reddit. Let's see here. CognitiveMetrics.com is hands down the most legitimate online IQ test for platform. Unfortunately, there are very few. Let's try this. Oh, interesting. None of my stuff's my Stream Deck's not working. Is it this? Let's see here. This one. There we go. Okay. The Gifted Entry Test is a cognitive performance assessment based on the Otis Gamma, famously used to test various U.S. presidents, including John F. Kennedy, Richard Nixon, and more. The Otis Gamma was a group administered test designed to identify individuals eligible for gifted and talented education GATE programs for primary and secondary education. Now, when I was in high school, I did get moved up a grade. So apparently someone thought I was talented. GET was meticulously normed on a diverse population to ensure accuracy, consistency, and fairness in scoring. Using a modern sample, the test was found to correlate with 0.77 with general intelligence and has a reliability measure of 0.91. This test includes 80 questions that need to be solved within 30 minutes, measuring verbal comprehension, logical reasoning, quantitative reasoning, and spatial awareness. The test is designed to measure IQ up to a high ceiling, providing an accurate assessment of your intellectual capabilities. Entry into gifted programs is a multi-step process, and this cognitive assessment serves as an estimation tool rather than a guarantee of admission. Candidates must also meet the academic standards specified by the program and achieve the required scores on other tests mandated by the district school board. The cognitive assessment is designed to avoid knowledge-based questions, so your current grade level should not significantly impact your results. After taking this test, we do require a $10 payment for your full score profile. Is it worth trying? Is it something I shouldn't do live? I don't know. What if I have a shitty IQ? A car is more likely to have a radio, a heater, a gas tank, a spare tire, mud flaps, a gas tank. The word blah is used to indicate the movement of an axis. Of an axis? Rotation, I'm guessing. Because it's an axis. The woodpecker gave the tree a lot of pecks in quick succession. A horse does not always have horseshoes. Wow, skin. The opposite of generous is stingy. A man is always more old, fat. A mother-in-law is to a son-in-law as a father-in-law is to a daughter-in-law? Is to a married? The first drawing below relates to the second in the same way that the third relates to the... What the hell? The first drawing below relates to the second. What? In the same way the third, oh, I see. The third relates to one of the four below. Okay. What? I don't understand. The first drawing, is that this one? I can't look at comments. I'm not going to be looking at comments. Below relates to the second. So if I ask a question, it's just me talking to myself. The same way that the third relates to the one of the four below. I mean, I guess it would have to be this F1, right? This goes to this. The first drawing below, which is this, relates in the same way that the third, this is the third, right? Relates to one of the four below. I'm going to have to say F. I don't know what else to do. The opposite of strange is familiar. In a soccer game, there is always competitors. Ooh, you could have a tie. There's always competitors in a soccer game. A vacuum cleaner is to a broom. So a vacuum is an electronic version, as a refrigerator is to a cooler. At a party, were a man and his wife? Were a man and his wife, his three children and their respective wives, and four children from each of his four. Blah, blah. How many children were at the party? Oh my God, okay. At a party were a man and his wife, his three children, and their respective wives, and four children from each of the children's families. Holy shit. Okay, this is a math problem. At a party where a man and his wife, they don't matter. His three children, that's three definitely, with their respective wives. So his children has their wives and four children from each of the children's families. Oh, how many people were at the party? Okay. I thought it was how many children there were. Okay, a man and his wife, three children, and their respective wives, which would make another three, and four children from each of the children's families would be another 12, so 20. Final answer. Wool is generally more expensive than cotton because it is more. Wool, more cheaper than cotton. Some of these answers are so dumb. The opposite of natural is artificial. What letter of the word confidential occupies, counting from the beginning, the same position of the alphabet? What letter of this? Okay, so is it E? Let's see. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. L. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. That was too easy. Which of the five words below, well, these aren't below, these are on the right, is least similar to the other four? Okay. Lie, walk, cheat, steal, scam. Scam, steal, cheat, lie. A church is more likely to have congregation. Which of the five words below is least similar to the other four? Fine, rise, bright, clean, soft. Soft, bright, clean, rise. This is a verb. The rest are adjectives. The drawing below, oh my God, one of these ones again. Okay. The drawing below relates to the second in the same way that the third relates to the four of the below. I do not understand this question. I swear to God, I don't. Okay. The drawing below relates to the second in the same way that the third one. Okay. So this is the first, but this is the third. Oh, this goes to this. What is this doing? All right. So let's see. So what happened is this moved back one. Everything rotated that way. So I'm guessing it's got to be, the star has to be here. Yeah, it's this one. It's D. It's just that this rotated. That's all that happened. Okay. Which of the five words below would appear last in the dictionary? EQRSTUVW. LMNOP QRST UV. Okay. There is a wrong number in the following series. What should be the correct number? There's a wrong number. Okay. 139. So this is doubling itself. 3 doubles itself. Again, doubles itself. 27, this is wrong. This is the wrong number. 81 feels like it would be right. So let's see. 27. So this is like times 3, right? It's times 3 times 3. 27 times 3 would be 60, 81. Yeah, 81. And then 81 times 3. Yeah. Okay. A measuring tape is to distance as a clock is to time. A measuring tape is to distance. If 25 badges are made with 3/3, if 25 badges are made with 3/1/3 meters of a ribbon, how many will be made with 10 meters? 75? Is that okay? Doctor is to patient. I'm not even gonna look. I'm gonna try to guess. Doctor is to patient as a lawyer is to a client. Okay. I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna try to answer without that. That'll help me out. All of the young people in this room are members of the club. Francisco is in this room. Francisco is not a member of the club. If the first two statements are true, the third is, wait, all of the young people, well, Francisco might be old. If the first two statements, okay. All the young people in this room are members of the club. Francisco, they didn't say Francisco is young though. Francisco's not, it just might mean that he's old. It's uncertain. I don't like this question because the answer's not there. He might be old. Let me read this again. All the young people in this room are members of the club. All the young people. If they said all the people, Francisco is in this room. Francisco is not a member of the club. If the first, okay, these have to be true. The third is false. I'm going to say uncertain. Wait. Bro, that one's killing me. I don't like this question at all. Took a screenshot of this thing. Where's the screenshot? Oh, this new keyboard. I don't know where it is. Is it this one? I'm gonna come back to that one. All of the young people in this room are members of the club. Francisco is in this room. Francisco's not a member of the club. It just means he's old. If the first two statements are true, the third is, it can be true. I'm just going to go with what they think they want. If the following words are ordered to form the best possible sentence, with which order would the second word of the sentence begin? With which letter would the second? Okay. 10 yards is 100%. 10 yards is 100%. 10 yards, 2 possible seconds to run it. And it's gonna have to be the Y. Oh no, 100 yards is possible. 100 yards is possible to Where's the A coming in? Is 100 yards possible to run in 10 seconds? Is oh shit. Okay, well, it can't be that then. The best possible sentence. It is possible. It is possible to run 100 yards in 10 seconds. It is. I'm going to say an I. If 10 boxes of apples are worth $20 each, if 10 boxes of apples are worth 20 and each box is worth 15 cents, how many of the apple, how much of the are the apples worth without the boxes? What? Okay. Okay. If 10 boxes of apples are worth $20, so that would be $2 a box, and each box is worth 15 cents. So it's $1.85 worth of apples for 10. It'd be 18.5 or $1.85. 10 boxes of apples. 10 boxes of apples. How much are the apples worth without the boxes? Okay. All right. If we accept other people's right to think or give opinions different from our own, we are conservative. Tolerant. If we accept other people's right to think or give opinions different than our own. A rose bush must have roses, right? If the pencils are sold at 3 for 10 cents, how many can be bought for 90 cents? 27. Right? Orbit is to a planet as light is to photon, maybe? A planet. Ray. So the planet travels in an orbit. Ray of light, orbit of planet. Photon was what I was going to go with. To transport means to carry through. To transmit means to send across. So trans means carry through. It's not through. Although there is transparent. I'm gonna say through. The drawing below relates to the second in the same way that the third relates to the fourth. So what did we do? We flipped it and we made it curvy. So we flipped it up and we made it curvy. So it's probably D. It's D. If a motion picture camera can take 6 photos in a quarter of a second, how many photos can it take in 10 seconds? Well, it would be 240. Which of the following, I'm gonna run out of time. Which of the following pairs of words is least similar to the other pairs? I'm going to be quiet so I can go faster. Actually, I'm going to read it. I will go is to, I went, as tomorrow is to. All of the people who live in this apartment are conservative. Perez is not conservative. Perez lives in this apartment. If the first two sentences are true, the third one is all of the people who live in this Perez is not conservative. False. I think the other one needs to be uncertain. Franco is to flanco as blindo is to. Which of the words below is most like love, anger, or hope? The opposite of general is which letter is 3 to the right of the letter in the middle? What? Which letter is 3 to the right of the letter in the middle of R, of the R and M in the word? Okay. In the middle of the R and M. 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. A. Okay. To think that roses can feel sadness is okay. Carlos is younger than Enrique. Pedro is younger than Carlos. Enrique is older than Pedro. If the first two statements are true. Okay. Carlos is younger than Enrique. C is younger than E. P is younger than, okay. So Pedro, Carlos is younger than Enrique. So the youngest would be Pedro. Enrique is older than Pedro. True. Which of the following terms describes a character trait? Oh, wait. I said does not. A character trait? Character trait. Daftness, I guess. A club that accepts only very wealthy people as members is said to be exclusive. Municipal council is to city as what is to country? Municipal council. Congress. Unless it's judiciary. Something that conforms to the established norms is said to be established norms. Legit. It's legit. Ordinary. Established norms. That one I don't know. A lake is to the land as blah. I'm going to guess a continent. A lake is to land as blah is to the ocean. As a beach is to the ocean. A lake is to the land. A lake is to the land what blah is to the ocean. A lake's in the middle of the land, and islands in the middle of the ocean. Okay. Find the word master. Find in the word master the two letters that are separated by a number of letters equal to that which separates them in the alphabet. Maintaining alphabetical order. Which of these two letters appear in the first and what? Find in the word master the two letters that are separated by a number of letters equal to that which separates them in the alphabet. Probably ST. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, L, Q, R, S, T. It's probably S and T. Maintain which of these letters appears first in the alphabet? Shoot, not S, I guess. M. L M N O P Q R L M M M N O P Q R S. That are separated by okay. Can't be that. Q R S. Oh, it could be reversed too. S Q R S T U V Q R S T R. T and R are separated by 2. Which of these 2 letters appear first in the alphabet? I do not understand this question. Find in the word master the 2 letters that are separated by a number of letters equal to that which separates them in the alphabet. So, L M M N O P Q R. M M N O P Q R. That's 5. Which of the 2 letters appear first in the alphabet? M. The drawing below relates to the second one the same way that the third one relates. I don't understand this method of drawing. These questions ruin me the most, honestly. The drawing below relates to the second, and I think part of doing IQ tests is knowing how to take an IQ test. In the same way that the third relates to one of the 4 below. Okay, so let's see. This one goes to triangles, and this one, wow. So positionally, there's nothing here and it becomes a triangle. Instinctually, I would say H. Because this doesn't have anything and it goes to that. Oh, could be this one. Could totally be this one. That would be the only one that makes sense, actually. I'm going to say I. Some members of this club are Methodists. Some members are musicians. Some members are Methodists and musicians. If the first 2 statements are true, the third is... I mean, it's uncertain. It's uncertain because we don't know. There's no truth. We don't know if yeah. I'm going to go back up to the other one. I think the other one was uncertain too. Okay. All right. The opposite of sincere is disingenuous. If the meaning of a sentence is not clear, the sentence is said to be... If the meaning of the sentence is not clear, would it be obscure? I think that just means not well known. False is not true. Contradictory isn't true. Absurd. I'm going to say obscure. I don't know what else I would do there. If the lowercase letters... I'm not going to finish this. If the lowercase letters were placed in reverse order they have in the alphabet, what would be the 4th letter in reverse order? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. How many of the words below can be made by taking letters from the words navigate using any letters twice? How many of the words below can be made by taking... Okay. Avenge. This one can't be. 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 Just one, right? Avenge. Okay. Which of the 5 letters below is at least similar to the other 4 words? Hit, stick, roll, pound, rap. Rap, pound, hit, stick. Roll. If the syllables non, dad, pep, and tot were printed on a poster and the respective images were read in the mirror, how many of them would be the same if they were read directly from a poster? Ooh, in the mirror. Only one. There is a wrong number in the following series. Okay. 1, 2. 1 plus itself equals 2. 2 plus itself plus previous one is 5. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus itself. 2 plus itself plus 1. Fuck, I don't know. There's a wrong number. 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 10, 13. Okay. So obviously the problem's in here somewhere. This is 2. So this is even. Bro, I have no idea. Answers associate. I have no idea. That one I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna skip it. I don't know. If 4.5 meters of ribbon cost $9, how much would 3.5 meters cost? So that's shit. 4.5. So just making it simply, $2.09. So this would be $2. It's $2 per. So 3.5 will be 6, 7, 7. Which of the 5 expressions below can be used to begin the? Which of the following 5 expressions below can be used to begin? Fuck. All right. All right. I'll just pay. Let's do it. All right, hang on. Let me not. All right, let's see. I don't want to pay with that because that's business. Here we go. Let's see my results. I mean, I didn't finish. Oh man, I feel like that's a pretty low IQ, bro. 118. High average. Please log in to view your IQ dashboard. No scores available. Oh, this looks fun. I guess it doesn't show what I just did. So 118, apparently. Why doesn't it show what I already did? That's bumming me out. It was supposed to give me answers and everything. No, I know it's saved on stream, but like, where is it? Was supposed to give me answers. Where's the one I just took? That sucks. That was called the Get. That was the one that I did. I did take it. Bro, that sucks. It was supposed to give me the answers. I was really curious. Go back to the test results and hit refresh. I'm already logged in. Yeah, it's not showing. That sucks to go through all of that. Yeah, I wanted to see the answers. I mean, I could do it again. Let's do it again. Car is more likely to have a gas tank. Rotation. Woodpecker pecks in succession. Horse does not always have horseshoes. The opposite of generous is... We'll just go through them because I already did them. A man is always more old than his daughter. Mother-in-law to his son-in-law as a father to his daughter-in-law. Okay, this one again. I think I chose F, right? First. So this is the first and this is the third, right? Okay. The opposite of strange is familiar. In a soccer game, there was always competitors. A vacuum cleaner is to a broom as a refrigerator is to a, what was that, a cooler? At a party where a man and his wife, I think I chose 20 for this one, right? Okay, wool is generally more expensive than cotton because it is more difficult to produce. The opposite of of natural is what the letter of the word competition. Okay, what was this one? It was L, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Which of the 5 words is least similar? Lie, walk, cheat, steal, scam. Lie. A church is more likely to have congregation. Which of the 5 words below is least similar? Soft, clean, bright, rise. This is the only one that was a verb. All right, this one was the rotated one, the D. I believe. Let's double check. Yeah. Which of the 5 words would appear last in the dictionary? That was 1,000. I think this was 81. Measuring tape is a distance. Is to distance is a clock, is to time. If 25 badges are made with 3 1/3 ribbon, with 10, 75. It's just 3 times. Doctor is to a patient, and lawyer is to a client. All of the young people in this room are members of a club. 2 cents, the third is uncertain. Wait, is it uncertain? If the first two statements are true, all of the young people in this room are members of the club. That word young is hitting me. Francisco is in the room. Francisco is not a member of the club. All right. I hate that. I'm gonna get burned on that one. Francisco could be old. If the following words are ordered, okay, what was this one? It was an I, right? It is possible to run. Okay. If 10 boxes of apples were $20, it's $1.85. If we accept the other people's right, we are, what was it, tolerant. A rose bush must have roses. If the pencils are sold at 3 for 10 cents, how many can be sold? Those 27. Orbit to as light is to ray. To transport, I think this was through. All right, this one was this D1. Just rotates up. Rotates it that way. This rotates it that way. Yeah. If a motion picture camera could take 6 photos in 1/4 is how many could take in 10. That was 240. Which of the following pairs of words is least similar to the other pairs? It was this one. I'm just going on what I remember. I will go is to I went as tomorrow is to. All of the people who live in this apartment are conservative. Perez is not conservative. Perez is false. Franco's Brindo. Which of the words below is most like love, anger, and hope? The opposite of general is particular. Which, okay. This one was, which letter is 3 to the right of the letter in the middle of R and M? A. To think that roses can feel sadness is absurd. Not really, but Carlos is younger than Enrique. Pedro is younger than Carlos. Enrique is older than Pedro. Which of the following terms describes a character? Okay, this was actually, I think it's a character trait, not deafness. It's like a physical pitch, poverty, deafness. Or is it height? Height's not about character. Okay. A club that accepts only the very wealthy, we were said to be exclusive. Municipal city, we said Congress. Municipal council. Something that conforms to the established norms is said to be I said ordinary, but I'm going to go with legit. A lake is Atlantis. This is an island. Find the word master. Find in the word master the 2 letters that are separated by a number of letters equal to that which separates them in the alphabet. I think it was M. LM NOPQR, yeah. Okay, this one. Oh, what did I do for this one? Some members of the club were Methodists. This was uncertain. The opposite of sincere is if the meaning of the sentence is not clear, the sentence is said to be I mean, if the meaning of the sentence is not clear, it's not clear, it's ambiguous. The sentence is said to be ambiguous. I'm going to say obscure. If the lowercase letters, okay, okay. The fourth letter would be, what did I choose for this? Let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Okay. How many of the words below can be made by taking letters from the word navigate? It was 1. Which of the 5 words below is least similar? Wrap, pound, roll, stick, hit. These are all verbs. These are wrap, pound, roll, hit, stick, pound, wrap, roll. I think we say roll. This was only 1. This one I didn't know. There is a wrong number in the following series. So we've got odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. Even, odd, even. So 16 is wrong. It has to go higher. It could be 15. Could it be 15? 14. This one goes up by 1. This one goes up by 1. This one goes up by 1. The odd only goes up by 1 to the even. The odd only goes up by 1 to the even. Oh, shit. Does that mean it has to be 17? But how did the 14? No. From the even to the odd, it can be more. If 4.5 meters of ribbon cost $9, okay, I did this earlier. That means it's 8. It's $2 per meter. So 6 is 7. Which of the 5 expressions below can be used at the beginning of a sentence? Which of the 5 expressions below can be used to begin the following sentence? Oh, since it's cloudy, the moon will be seen tonight. Unless it's cloudy. All right. The drawing below relates to the second the same way that the third. So it flips it. It flips it. It turns it and flips it. So the R has to be down. I think it's C. Yeah. If the following words are ordered to form the best possible sentence that can be constructed with them, that's subjective. With which letter would the 6th word of the sentence begin? It's more important to make a friend than it is to make money. It is more important to make a friend. Why is it not? It is more important to make. Where's the A? To make. To, no, the it is there. It is more important to make a friend than. Oh. Make is in there once. I can't have make twice. A friend is more important. To make a friend. To make a friend is more, M, important than money. To make a friend is more important. Where is the it gonna happen? It is more important to make a friend than money. It is more important to. It is more important. It is more important to make a friend than money. It's M. It is more important. It is more important to make. Okay. A word that means refuse, reject, and discard or deny is repudiate. The opposite of effect is result. Ooh, shit, wait. Cause. Ooh, that was scary. A cost that is much higher than what is customary or reasonable is said to be exorbitant. Which of the 5 things below is most like coal, tar, and charcoal? Soot, coal, tar, charcoal. It's black. Mud, sand, wood are different. Okay, another wrong number. The correct number should be, okay. 10, 11, 13. So you got adding 1, then you add 2. Looks like it's jumping up by each space. Yeah, 5. This should be this one, I think. So 10, you add its space position to it, to 11, add space position to it, 13, space position to 16. This should be 20. This should be 24. And then 24, yeah, okay. A soft drink is made from a mixture of 2 parts grapefruit juice and 3 parts orange juice. Is it? How many liters of orange juice will it take to make 15 liters of this? So 15 liters. What? So the total we have is 5, 3, 6. Sorry. Other way around, 9. Yeah, because for 15 liters, how many liters of orange juice? If you have 9 liters, and the remainder is 6. Yep. If you spend a lot of time doing a job, it said that you do it slow. Ooh. It's only slowly when you're comparing it to other people. No, I'm gonna say slowly. Thomas can read 30 pages of a book while Ralph reads 20. How many pages will Thomas read? Will Thomas read while Ralph is? So he'll read 1.5. So 1.5, 45. Astronomy is to the sun. Astronomy is the study of and stars. The study of is to the sun and stars as, okay. Respiration, digestion, physiology, maybe. Okay. If a rubber band of 24 centimeters long stretches to the length of 30 centimeters, what length when stretched like this would an 18 inch. Okay, so we're looking at, okay. So 20% longer than its length, right? Is that how that works? 30, 24. It's 6 more centimeters. 6. What percentage of the, I have to do the percentage, right? What percentage of, I don't know. What an 18 centimeters, add 6 would be 24. That's the wrong answer. Wait, if a rubber band is stretches to a length of 30, what length would stretch like, what length would stretch like would an 18? Huh? If a rubber band of 24 centimeters long stretches to a length of 30, what length when stretched like this would an 18-inch section, oh, of the same band? Oh. Okay, so it's 8. Okay. How many parts of 30 is 24? So let's figure that out. If 30 was, okay. Let's do it into twos. Let's break it down. 12 of 15. 12 of 15. Oh my God. Okay, I just go by percentages. 24, 18, 24 is 6 divided by 4. It's 3. It's 75%. It's 75%. So, how does that work? 75% of 30. What are my choices? 21. Oh my God, I'm not going to get this one. Okay, so 100 is 30. I don't fucking know. I'm going to skip that one. The drawing below relates to the second in the same way. Okay, drawing below. These are the parts split up. So it's this one. Wait. I'm gonna go there. You cannot, fuck this one. If a rubber band is 24, stretches to 30. Let's give approximates here. That's approximately 20%. So approximately 20% of 18. If we added like 4 to it, would be 22. Let's say 21. That's my guess. Okay. I'll get a close enough answer. You cannot become a good stenographer without diligent practice. Alicia practices stenography diligently. Can be. The first 2 sentences are true. It is true that she can be, yes. Which of the following 4 pairs of words are at least similar to the other 3? Pretty and ugly are opposites. Street and avenue begins to start grass lawn. Ooh, okay. Street, avenue are similar. Beginning or start are both time beginnings. Grass lawn, I'm saying pretty and ugly. These are opposites. These are grass and a lawn are the same. These are the same. I'm gonna say, damn. Least similar? Fuck. Street and avenue. Grass and lawn. Grass is part of a lawn. A street is part of an avenue. These are complete opposites. Oh no, these are the same. Oh, hang on. Same. This one. Okay. If the following words are ordered to form the best possible sentence that can be constructed, which letter with the second word? A man earns more while working. A man earns more money while working. A man. What number is in the smaller space that is in the circle and triangle but not in the square? What number is in the smaller space that is it's in the circle and the triangle, not in the square? So everything outside of the square. So it's going to be 4 or the 5. It has to be in the circle and the triangle. So it's 4. Okay. Which number is in the same or same geometric as the number 3? Which number is in the same or the same geometric figures and not the others as the number 3? Here's the number 3. The geometric figures of the circle. Okay. Which number is in the same? So this is in the square and in the circle. So something is in the square and the circle. 2. How many spaces are there in 2 and only 2 of the how many spaces are there in 2 of the geometric figures? 2? What does that mean? This is only in 1. This is only in 1. This space is in both. This space is in both. In 2. 1. That's 2. This is in 4 is in the circle and the okay. This is in the circle and the 4. 4. Got to go with the choice and keep moving. If a 20-meter long rope is cut into 2 parts, so 10 meters each, so that one of them is 2/3 the length, so 2/3 of 20. No. How long would the longer part be? Okay. So that if one of them is 2/3, so that's 2/3 is 3 into wait, what? 2/3. 2/3 of 20. 2/3 of 20. It's just 2/3 of 20. 2/3 of 20. How does that work? It's cut into 2 parts so that one of them is 2/3 the length. How long will the longer part be? 2/3. All right, so 2/3. So 20 divided by 3, right? Is 3, 6 point something, right? 6 point something. A 20-meter rope. That means the other part is 1/3, right? So 1/3. I mean, it's got to be 6 something, right? Because 7 is too much. So let's say 6. It's probably this right here. It can't be 12. Let's go with that. What? No, bro. I gotta pay again? Really? Bro, if they take my money again, bro. If they take my money again. Here we go. I'm gonna do it. Okay, well now I have a higher. Now I have higher. Obviously, I had more time. 135. I'm gifted, guys. I'm gifted now. That's right. I'm gifted, guys. 135. I don't know if that counts because I had to do it twice. But I'll take it. I'll take it, guys. I'm gifted. My intelligence is the 99.02th percentile. Yes, I'm very smart, guys. Where's the answers? Where do we get the answers, though? Where can I share this? The file are copied. Not really. Was it copied into chat at all? The files are copied, pasted into the chat. No, they're not. Where's print screen? Oh my God. All right, guys. All right, well, I have a dental appointment in 3 hours, so I probably should go. Thanks for hanging out. Bye, guys.